Tauruses. Welcome to your 2020 your 2020 love reading. I was going to apologize for being so late because I had to finish up my sun moon readings, and that's really been the delay, but I'm back on these readings, so thank you for being patient. Let's see what's going on. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Tauruses for love, January 2020? What do you see? What do they need to hear to reach your higher ground, become closer to universe and closer to divine? Any messages you have for them in regards to love for their greater good for January 2020? We greatly appreciate it, and we thank you. Tauruses, January 2020, love. What do you see? What do they need to know? What are the energies that Taurus passed out of recently? Love energies they passed out of recently prior to January. Also, if this reading resonates, consider a personal reading. I have completed my 2020 sun moon readings. Go check those out in the playlist. Go look up your sun moon predictions for your sun moon sign predictions for 2020. While you're at it, check out my 2019 that are still in my playlist. See if they rang true for you last year. Two of Cups is in the reverse for love energies for January 2020. Other things to mention. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate in the link below in support of me. Okay, and moving out of January and transitioning into February, we have the Star card in the upright. I am leaving a link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, current ex, soon to be ex, or whoever was in this reading. So I'm seeing that what you passed out of prior to January is you needing to make a decision in regards to a relationship. You don't want to make the decision. It's sort of like either way that you have to go or you have to pick. You don't want to do it. It has consequences to it. It has hurt to it. It has a whole bunch of negative things associated with it. And you're kind of deliberating. You're stuck in the middle. You just can't seem to make the decision because of this, because you're going to get cut by the swords either way you kind of go. A lot of mental confusion in regards to this, difficulty deciding what you're going to do, how you're going to go about it. It is in regards to a relationship, I feel like, because the Two of Cups is the love energies for January. So this is where I feel like the sword actually comes down and severs the relationship. Sorry, it's the Five of Cups in reverse. I thought it was the Two of Cups. But so I feel like in regards, and don't throw away what I said, okay? When I say something like that, don't just like toss it out of the window, because even though it wasn't the Two of Cups, it can still resonate, okay? So, but since it is the Five of Cups in reverse, I feel like you come out of this, okay? We're missing a page, and I feel like that's why I said what I said, because I do feel like you made the decision. I'm not seeing that between these two here. What I'm seeing is fast forwarding to coming out of it and a process of recovering and moving on from this decision that you had to make. And I wonder if it's going to come up in the clarifiers. Usually it does, we'll see. But in January, you've moved on from this. It bothers me though, because I'm just missing a page of this. It seems weird. It was like, boop, boop. So, I mean, in January, you're kind of like forgiving yourself for kind of what you went through. You're feeling like going out again. You're feeling like meeting up with people, feeling like meeting up with friends. Five of Cups to me is always about, just starting to step into your old skin, how you kind of used to be, and feeling like yourself again, and kind of coming around in regards to that. And as a result, we have the Star card. So moving out of January into February, and Star card's a card. First of all, it's a card of Aquarius, if that resonates, but it's also a card about renewal and faith. It's coming out of something that was so destructive, something you didn't think you were ever going to come out of, because the Tower card is what precedes the Star card, that destruction, and the change that comes out of it is how you kind of come out of it is the Star card, and realizing how resilient you are, and how bright you are, and what a shining star you are, and that you appreciate someone that appreciates that. So it's renewed hope, it's renewed faith, it's realizing that you have the power, you have the ability to come out of even the worst situations. The Star card is also the card of soulmate, so there is, a possibility that you are going to, that kind of releasing this and healing from this, and fully healing is what's going to issue in this person for you. as you move out of January into February. So why is this Two of Swords here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Two of Swords in reverse for Taurus. Love energies prior to January 2020. Who is this person? What is this energy? Oh, anguish. You were absolutely having mental anguish about this. You know, sitting up in the middle of the night, overthinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go about this? I do feel it was like severing ties with somebody. And part of it is you sitting with the Seven of Pentacles. So you did have a moment of pause where you said to yourself, you know, should I continue investing in this? Is this going to, you know, is there long-term potential to this? Is this going to, is there any way that we could kind of work on this? Is there any way that this could end up being successful? And there was that hope that you had within yourself, thinking that that kind of would be the case. And I really think you put a lot of thought into this. You guys aren't, you know, you aren't impatient, you aren't impulsive. You usually tend to really think things out and do something that's very wise, you know, based on your wisdom. So, I mean, a lot of thought kind of went into this, and you really thought it out. And I do feel like maybe they're not showing me that page because I'm seeing how the person reacts to it when you decide to make this decision. Because I think part of this decision was that you just couldn't go through the mental anguish anymore, and the overthinking and the stress and the day-to-day, you know, not sleeping and the nightmares and everything else, all that other stuff that kind of went along with it, the negative emotions and how you started feeling bad about yourself and who you became in this relationship. But I feel like, you know, you think about it for a really long time, and then you kind of make the decision that you have to break things, and the person who you deliver it to isn't very happy because we have the Emperor card here in reverse. And they might kind of blow up. They might have gotten very upset, and they're probably were trying to get you to change your mind any means possible, and not doing it in a subtle way either. The Emperor card, very controlling, very domineering, very overbearing, very, very aggressive, very, very cruel. And I think this person kind of pulled out at either they were being reactive to the decision that you made and pulling out every stop in the book to try to get you to not do it. Could have even been an abusive situation. This person was very contemptuous, and you know, overbearing, and definitely blew up when you kind of decided, you know what, this isn't working anymore. I can't keep on doing this. And I do think that you prefaced it with, you know, this wasn't a light decision. I definitely thought a lot about this. This is something, and I thought about, I had all the hopes that we were going to become this wondrous thing, but it just, you know, I'm making a decision that it can't be, and you have to respect this decision. And I don't feel that this person takes it very kindly. So they might have just skipped that chapter so we didn't have to see all the ugly. Okay, why is the Five of Cups here in reverse? So here it is, you working on healing, coming back from this, knowing that you did the right thing. And just because you're the person that did the right thing doesn't mean that it hurts any less. It doesn't mean that that you're not having sorrow, you're not having anguish because of it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, if they were the person that dumped, didn't they care about me? You know, you know what I mean? And they think there's a natural tendency to believe that the person that did the dumping was callous and didn't care and doesn't have any feelings and is heartless, and they definitely have feelings. They definitely go through a process. And I feel like here you are on this end, kind of having lamented everything and this relationship, grieving the failure of this relationship. But then you know, the logical thing that you kind of determine is, hey, it's time to move on. I left this relationship because I missed myself, and now it's kind of time to get back to who I am in January. Why is this Five of Cups here in reversed? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in the upright. Nine of Pentacles is in reverse, by the way. The King of Pentacles. Okay. I think that some of you might actually be financially dependent on this person. This could be, you know, the father of your children, could be an ex-husband, those you alimony. You might be tied to them somehow financially. You could be suffering, if you're not tied to them financially, I almost feel like you could be suffering financial problems because you did make the decision to kind of cut things off. I don't feel like you're in very good financial standing right now. Maybe you lived with them and they left, and you're taking on the burden of the rent, or, you know, the mortgage, or whatever it is. And I feel like it has definitely affected your finances, and you were you were dependent on them financially, or at least to kick into the pot so that you could be in a good place. But in the end, with the Nine of Cups, you realize you have to choose happiness. That there's other ways to be fulfilled. It's not all about finances. It's not all about that. And I'm also feeling like whatever they did do for you, it really wasn't bringing you any stability. It wasn't doing anything for you. It was just money. It was just things. And you're realizing with the Nine of Cups, there's more. There's happiness. You want to be happy outside of the material circle, okay? And that might have been something back here that they kind of got fired up about, like, hey, I pay the bills, I do this, I give you this, I give you that, I give you. But emotionally, what were they kind of giving you? And emotionally, you chose happiness over this, okay? So not in financial standing, but you know what? Emotionally, you're getting back to where you want to be. And even though practically you were affected, financially you were affected, you come out of it. You see that you can go on with the Star card. Why is the Star card here in the upright for Tauruses as they move out of January? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Star card in the upright. Who is this person? What is this energy? Okay, Three of Cups. Okay, I'm going to say that I feel like that this person, moving forward in January, I do feel like they're going to affect your friendships, your family connections that you have. I almost feel like they're going to upset that dynamic. I don't know if it's because of what they're saying, or how they're trying to influence things. I feel like your separation with this person is definitely going to affect that. So whatever connections that you had, either they're influencing it, or it's just the people in your circle are influenced by it. Some people take their side, some people on your side, and it might be awkward for a period of time. I'm sort of getting, you might have found out about a betrayal or an affair that they had. There might have been a third party that they were inappropriate with, and you're kind of finding this out after the fact. We have the Justice card here, which is the card of Libra. If this is a divorce, a legal situation, like we said, alimony, child support, anything that's kind of owed to you, it's going to go in your favor with the Justice card in the upright. That's going to be a legal decision that is morally right and is going to be in your favor. Know that after January, you will get that. It will go. It will go the way you want it to. Also, because here's the Ten of Pentacles, the card of family and stability, money, family stability because of money. If it's property, you're going to get to keep it. If it's family, you're going to have it. If it's assets, you're going to get them, and you're going to have financial security. I think it is going to go through the court system. You might even be using that leverage in order to get it, and also showing them how resilient you are, kind of standing up to them. If it's not that, for some of you, then it's just simply the Justice card restoring balance to this situation, figuring out balance in your life, knowing that you did the right thing, because the Justice card is very much about being fair and morally right and being comfortable with that. And once you kind of do that, things are going to stabilize. Even the financial situation is going to turn around. There's going to be stability. You're going to be able to plan for the long term. You're going to figure it out. Okay. So, that's what I'm kind of getting from this. So if this resonates, click on the link below. It'll take you to what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, an ex, a soon-to-be ex, or whoever was in this reading, however they kind of fit. I said personal reading, right? Yeah, my rates, my info are below. Just send me an email. We'll set that up. Check out your 2020 sun moon readings. Those are all up. My 2019 sun moon readings are going to remain in my playlist if you want to check those out. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate in the link below. Otherwise, I will see you for your mid-months. Bye from Veronica Garnett.